Okay, this one should be a quick and easy one. Simple garden hose repair. So we have a situation here when I turn on the water. It has to fill the hose up. And then I would imagine you can see it's shooting quite a ways. So not what we want. So we're going to turn the water off. And we have to run the pressure out of it. Just open up the hose so it runs the pressure off. And then basically we have this little guy here, which they call it just a hose mender. Basically it's just like a brass fitting that goes in each end of two ends of the hose, and then you clamp it on. So real easy to do. My wife would be of the school that you just go buy a new hose, and I get that, and sometimes that's the way I would be too. Cut that off. So that comes out. That's all garbage. And then we just have the mender itself and the two clamps. Okay. Okay, so what I was starting to say is this is a 100-foot hose that's fairly new. Just bought it a couple years ago, and I think it was 30 or 40 bucks. So we could go out and buy a new one, or this guy is about $4.79, I think is what I paid for it. We're okay. So anyway, so I'm just gonna. You can tell it bubbled there a little bit. I saw it a week ago, and it kind of bulged out a little bit, and then it eventually let loose. So I'm going to cut that out, and then have two clean ends. Boom, boom. Put this guy in, tighten the clamp down. Easy peasy. So let's do this. Alright, so we're going to just realizing you probably couldn't see that. Sorry. Alright, so I cut the one end off. Same thing here. The other end went easier. Go this direction instead. There we go. Instead of trying to cut through the whole thing, I'm just gonna cut through one side at a time. And there we go. Alright, so I'm done with the knife. And basically, I just had removed this one section with the bad spot. So then you've got these two guys. You want to make sure you put your clamps on first. Otherwise you'll be doing this again, taking it apart. Clamp on. Okay. Now you push this guy in. You can see how it's raised so it won't come back out. And you pull this back. So I also am using my new toy. My son gave me a Klein ratcheted screwdriver for Father's Day. So if I take, it has 15 different bits. Let's see, push that in, push that back, and I want the larger one here. It's also ratcheted, so you can have it either way, or in the middle it is just a regular screwdriver. So I'm going to pull this up, and first I'm going to loosen the clamp. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Ratchet's on the wrong way. Don't even need the ratchet to loosen it. It's loose enough. So you want to bring it back and get it right up here so it's going to tighten down on the brass. And then up. Hold that there. And it's nice. You can obviously do this with a regular screwdriver as well. But the ratchet does make it nice. And I'm going to tighten that down as tight as the brass will let me. Okay. So that end's on there good. And you just pick up the other end. And if you're picky about it, I'm going to try to match up the lines in the hose. Not that that matters. Okay. And again, we loosen up the clamp so we can get it up close. I should have had a little cleaner cut there, but that's okay. And then we change the ratchet again. Okay. And that should be all we need. I'm going to turn the water back on. Well, let's close this first. Turn the water back on. Holding tight, no drips, no runs, no drips, no errors. And over on this side, just to show, I do have water pressure, so all good. Told you it was an easy one. All right, don't forget to subscribe.